love to call Eldoret FC an education-based football club. Behind me, there is a whole team that actually works. We have a pool of talented players, and we've been going to tournament and winning. We are getting a lot of support from the community because of what we're doing. We recently got promoted from the lowest tier, now we're in the 5th tier, which is the regional league. Good morning. We are at the Art of Mombasa today, and I'm with my friend Kito. He's the CEO of Eldoret FC, and we're here to discuss grassroots football for African in a way that is particular to Africans, not the way the Europeans model it for them because of our resources and the situation of our football. So African football for an African child. How are you doing, my brother? Can you introduce yourself to the camera, please? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Tommy Rimed from Eldoret FC. I'm actually the CEO. We love to call Eldoret FC an education-based football club that is based in Eldoret. In Eldoret City is actually the newest city in Kenya. And what we do basically is we use football to nurture talent, and again, you use football to actually transform the community. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, thank you. Yesterday you were giving a speech. Yeah. During the panel speech time. Yeah. And the way you presented your education system, how you've used football to change the lives of people, paying for their school fees and all of those things. Yeah. Yeah. What are the challenges that comes with that, and how are you able to sustain that for people who have academies back home, not only in Kenya, but in Nigeria, in Gambia, in Rwanda, and they are bootstrapping, self-funding these academies and still want to, have a beautiful impact on the life of the young kids, on the players. What is your model, and how do you go about sustaining this beautiful program you are doing? So from picking up from the summit, the discussion that actually went on and on for the last 2 days, there's something that I picked that was that actually I feel like it will work for us, like being innovative, like coming up with solutions that are actually context specific to our African players, even if it means borrowing the tactics from the European people, but we must make it work with our local coaches, with our local players. So for me, what we've done actually is to sustain what we actually do, especially with what we call Elimisha Juja, where we pay school fees for the kids, get them learning materials. For us to sustain it for now, this is now the 3rd year for us doing it. We sell our merchandise. This is one of our merchandise actually. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so this is one of our merchandise. We've been selling merchandise for a year, and we've really made progress, and we've really amassed some amount that I've been able to sustain 2 students in school for the past 3 years. The other thing that we do is, again, we go for the tournaments. We have a pool of talented players, and we've been going to tournament and winning the prize money. We've also been using the prize money to run matches, and again, we use part of the prize money to pay for school fees. And then the other thing is we are getting a lot of support from the community because of what we are doing. The community is really seeing that Eldoret FC is not just a team that plays for 90 minutes, goes home. So the community is also coming in, well-wishers are coming in, parents are coming in to support fellow players that play with their kids. So that's it. That's a very big sustainable model that a lot of people don't talk about, because in Africa, we always say something that we are raised by the community. Your mom, your aunts, your neighbors could, correct you without nobody, laying an eye. Yeah. So which is very lovely to see the community being part of it. That means you guys have been impactful. That means you guys have been also resourceful. Yeah. Going still in terms of raising the kids around the community values. Yeah. I'm sure there are some kids that might, want to be, for lack of better word, we call them feral, wanting to, go out of the norms, because that's just kids being kids. Yeah. How do you put that under control, and how do you stop that influence from spreading to the other kids? Yeah, coming to Mombasa, I came alone as the CEO of Eldoret FC, but behind me there is a whole team that actually works. This year, we successfully onboarded a physiotherapist. We onboarded a psychologist.
Wow.
And we also onboarded a data scientist to help us again. But coming back to your question, how do we try to keep all the boys in line or to actually train and be able to perform the way we want? So for me, I would say I work with our head coach. Our head coach by the name Musa, he has a good relationship with the boys, and we've trained him on live acts, and so for him, he's more of a friend more than a coach to the boys. So he's more of a role model or a parent. So that's one key thing that keeps the boys going. And then the other thing now, bringing in the issue of psychologist. For psychologists, I feel like they are psychologist, the one that is keeping the boys together, is keeping the boys in discipline, is keeping the boys actually are actually good right now, because we normally have round table discussions to try and understand what they are going through, to try and understand what is actually affecting them, their minds, and to try and understand again the challenges they are facing that might as well bring negative energy to the team. And with that, we've done almost like we do 2 sessions of mental health talks twice a month, and we've done that for the whole of this year, and it's working for us. I can tell you this: in the past years, we were having issue with retention of our players. We were having a mass exit of our players because we couldn't agree with them. Some were in discipline, some were getting into drugs, some were getting into crime. So we couldn't work with them for that long. But immediately we brought in the psychologist. Immediately we now even have a parent representative. We now have like a linkage between the parents and the players. Despite some even don't have parents, but now we've actually made some parents to be like their mentors, and it's working. This year, I'll tell you, like our retention of players has actually improved. I feel like we are now retaining almost 80% of our players now. Yeah.
Which is good. From what you've said, what I can say is you guys are being intentional about the players, about their welfare, about what they think, about their parents, their lifestyle, which is a whole lot of hard work. I must commend you for that. And that is how to run a football academy if you're in Africa. You just don't put the kids on the street or on the dusty pitch to just play and let them go. You have to be interested in the person, that is the child. You have to be interested in the parent and the general welfare of these kids. And that is the only way you can sustain a very good and viable academy.
Yes.
So for me, my brother, before we wrap this up, what is the future looking like for Eldoret in the next 5 years? What do you predict?
We recently got promoted from the I would say the lowest tier of the Kenyan league system.
Yeah.
We've been promoted to the 5th tier. In now, like the other one was the 6th tier. Now we are in the 5th tier, which is the regional league. And we were promoted to the regional league. But before that, we played a regional tournament, not a league, and we won. So basically, we are actually the North Rift champions. Where we come from is like the North Rift champions. We came into Nairobi again to play the national. Now, having become the regional champions, we came to Nairobi to play the nationals, and we made the finals. We lost to a team from here. We lost to a team in the finals from
Mombasa.
Actually, it's the neighboring county. It's called Kwale. It's actually the other side. So we lost to Kwale, but in that sense, this is what I wanted to bring out, that for us in the next 5 years, we're looking into debuting the National League. It could be the KPL or the NSL. We want to make sure, like in the next 3 to 5 years, we will be playing the National League. And then the other thing, we want to see our players again progressing to be able to even represent the country. And then the other thing, we want to build our own center. So that's one thing we are really working on. We're trying to bring everyone on board. We're trying to have our own facility. We're trying to have our own training center where everyone, even the community, could come and still use the facility. So that's what we really envision with our club, and with everyone coming on board, we think the dream will really come through.
Oh, brilliant, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this beautiful, it's a discussion now about African football for African child, and we'll still keep enjoying Mombasa before you go back to Eldoret. It's nice to meet you, Kipto. God bless you, brother.
God bless you. Thank you.
Eldoret FC, mashujaa wa Africa. Like, we are here. The next big thing in Kenya, the next big thing
In Africa, the next big thing in the world. Eldoret, Mashujaa.
Mashujaa wa Africa.